Well, the Eastern Cape as well is bracing for more bad weather. The Weather Service has issued a level 2 warning there for several areas. Communities are being urged to stay alert. Newzroom Afrika Sipha Kema joins us now from Thembalethu Old Age Home. Last night's heavy rain, Sipha, has caused damage to many parts of the Buffalo City Metro. And I suppose, I'm not sure the residents there will like us referring it to as an old age home, but I'm sure the residents there are bracing themselves for the weather and what's to come.
Well, definitely, Michelle. Just coming from the weekend, the South African Weather Service had actually issued a warning level 5 for parts of the Eastern Cape, including the Buffalo City Metro, Muma local municipality area as well were part of that, as well as the OR Tambo district were included in that level 5. Now, where we are is the Buffalo City Metro in Mdantsane, and this is where Thembalethu, and it's actually the official name, Thembalethu Old Age Home, and they actually were heavily affected by the heavy rains downpour yesterday that happened overnight, that left many of them having to actually share single beds. Now there's single beds inside of this area, and I'm just going to quickly take you in, Michelle, so that you could see where the water was coming from and gushing from. Now during this time, we were told by the manager of the retirement facility that actually the water just came in through the roof, where you can see parts of the tiles had actually come in through that styrofoam inside, and it was wet. This is the bathroom. This is the bathroom that they use for bathing and also assisting those that are living here. And from here, the water gushed right through and also leaking in various parts of the bedrooms, the rooms that they use for sleeping. And that's when actually it started to flood inside. Now they started to move clothes and beddings to the outside. Now, right now, the bedding is still outside. Some of the beds are there. Mattresses are also there. And also the kitchen was affected, leaving them without food. I'm going to quickly bring in Corinne Conradi from Gift of the Givers here before we speak to the manager, Mama Sylvia. Corinne, one of the areas, or actually people that have been affected by the heavy rains last night, Thembalethu Old Age Home. You came in to assist in terms of food because they're out of food as it was flooded, and it had gone wrong after the kitchen was flooded.
Yes, so unfortunately the rain was very disruptive and it affected the livelihoods of people. And here at Thembalethu Old Age Home, you could see the state of the building. They have been occurring victims of the floods. Last year, they were also victims. And unfortunately, due to no funding, they are unable to repair. That's why the roof is rotten. It's on the brink of collapsing in the bathroom, in the kitchen, and it causes panic and anxiety amongst the elderly. These vulnerable individuals, last night, as you correctly mentioned, they had to share beds and they don't know where to, as more warnings have been issued. They have no dry beddings. Fortunately, Gift of the Givers brought blankets. They are still in need of mattresses. All the adult nappies have been damaged as well. We're grateful that some sponsors came on board. But not just here, people have been affected. We also received reports that mud houses have collapsed and people's lost their whole livelihoods.
And that's where we will be going, Corinne and Michelle, that's where we will be going later on to show you that damage where people have been currently displaced as their homes have been swept away by the heavy rains from last night. Now, I'm going to bring in Mama Sylvia, who manages the facility, just to speak to her. Mama, nanethelwa apha nakhupha abantu nakhupha izinto ukutya kwamoshakala ngenxa yemvula.
Injalo msasazi. Sonakalele kakhulu apha indawo yamaxhewukazi ke lena. Uboma natatazela oyika kuba kaloku adade emanzini. Siyasanyanzeleka bakhuphe iingubo zawo zimanzi neempahla zawo zimanzi. Sazama indlela basibalungiselele okuba bakwazi ulala kuba kunzima, abanye bayagula ngofrail basezibhedini. Kunzima ke ngoba dadamisa abantu basezibhedini, abanye bahamba ngewheelchair. Kunzima badade emanzini. Besikuloo ngxaki njalo ke ngenxa yeziflats bezikhona.
ngoku kuthiwa kuzophinda kunethe namhlanje kuzawakho i-disruptive rains kuthiwa nisoloko nilixhoba le-flooding nina apha eThembalethu niza kwenza njani namhlanje?
Asiyazi basakwenza njani na kodwa ke ngokokutya sincedwe ngu-gift of the givers wasiphathela though matrasi engapheleli but sawufane sifabathekisa usinikile nengubo u-gift of the givers. Asazi ke uba izawuthi uba iyaqinisa sithina mhlawumbi izawuphinda nazo zibe manzi ezo ngubo. Asikayazi uba lokho asikafundwa nango-social development akho ndawo esincedileyo esincedisayo uba sikwazi ukuhlumisa le nto eliphupha lethu silenzayo apha lokugcina abantu abadala sincedisana norhulumente ke phofu urhulumente ongasikhathalelanga ongasohoyanga. Ibiliphupha lethu thina singabantu balomdantsane uba sihoya abantu abadala aba bangahoywanga kuthiwa bayathakathaka bebonwa besecala kwamadami kuthiwe bayathakatha kanti siyayazi thina uba yidementia le ngoyibona uba imeko itsho sibasa ezikliniki sibasa nasezibhedlele sihoya abantu abadala sincedisana nee-families but ke ngoku urhulumente akasibonani ntweni sincedwe ngu-gift of the givers ke kuleni game.
All right, Nkosi kakhulu, that's Sylvia, the Mama Sylvia speaking to us about what exactly happened last night, saying that some of the elderly that are living here, actually the clients that are here are actually in frail care, some of them, so it was difficult moving them around, as also some of them are using wheelchairs, so it became a bit of a struggle, but also the fact that some of their mattresses are still wet, and they're saying that they're still going to have to share beds. And we've shown you inside that they're using single beds, so you can imagine quite small single beds where two people have to share that small amount of space. And also, she says with the weather warnings and the rains that are expected to fall tonight, she says she doesn't know what they're going to do, especially with that roof that has concaved, as they do not receive funding, saying that they take in the elderly that have been outcasted by their families and by communities because of issues such as dementia. That's the people that they are assisting here in Thembalethu in Mdantsane. Now, Michelle, we're going to move from here and show you more damage within the Buffalo City Metro, and also tell you about the other areas that have been affected, such as the areas are part of Muma local municipality, Great Kai municipality. That was just recently hit, by the way, during this month. Now, mop-up operations are still underway under the Great Kai local municipality in Umkha, but they are also affected by the heavy rains from last night, and also the expected disruptive rains that are expected this evening.
And we know the infrastructure challenges that plague the Eastern Cape as a province, Sipha. When we say it impacts the most vulnerable among us, the elderly are really at the top of that list. Heartbreaking scenes coming to us there from Kema.